Well, I'm going to start this topic of lying by talking about what it means to be dishonest. A lot of these things, you start to talk about honesty, people are like, I'm really honest. I mean, if I went to the store and they gave me too much money back, I'd give it back. Or, uh, well, no, I always tell the truth. So let's just delve into the truth. Okay? I don't know that I ever really can believe in something like the truth. I believe the strongest foundation or set of guidelines for truth are principles, i.e., love, hope, faith, courage, integrity, perseverance. Things that, for example, I can decide, oh, okay, integrity means this to me. And it really doesn't matter how that integrity manifests, is that like, because if I'm attached to integrity, which is my thinking, my heart, and my intuition, then my actions don't harm other people because I'm in integrity with myself. So, integrity as a principle is binding. Me deciding that this is true integrity or this is integrity, period, and mapping out what integrity looks like for you is damaging to the relationship because then I presuppose I know better than you. And anytime I think I know better than you or less than you, or I'm not in equal balance with another person, that's harmful to the relationship. I live amongst a community of humanity, of equals, right? Education, money, status, success, all that shit doesn't mean anything when it comes to true integrity and when it comes to true honesty. So, getting back to lying or being honest, yes, the strongest foundation for the truth would be in me conforming or me helping my clients to understand how to conform to their own integrity, courage, faith, hope, love, la 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 la, right? But the problem is that with highly intelligent people, these ideas, which are only ideas open for examination and starting with hypothesis, there comes this time when a person's ideas, because they're intelligent, become firm. And those people, including myself, become attached to these ideas like, this is the truth. And that gets really sticky and dangerous when you're dealing with other people who have a whole different idea of what truth is. And, as someone who has lived in more suburban, less populated, less diverse areas of the country, as well as more crowded, urban, and diverse areas and inner cities, well, I'll tell you what, truth, especially these days, looks different. Very different. And yet, as I reflect on my experience with my friends, my neighbors, and my people in my community, those principles that I alluded to before are still vibrant, are still at work. I don't know for everybody in the community if that's necessarily true, but certainly amongst my diverse friends, no matter where they live, simply because there's a certain type of person of integrity that I'm attracted to. So when I talk about you lying, I'm not like, oh, do you think 2 plus 2 equals 4? And then you're like, well, no, it equals 5. So if I say 4, I'm not lying. That's not really what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about the implementation of this idea of open-mindedness, this idea that I don't really know and can't say what's true for everybody. I mean, that's not possible without me trying to play some kind of deity or general manager of the universe. And again, then that puts me up a notch and I think I'm better than people. So truth is like, do you really know when you're lying to yourself? It's like I had an interaction with a person yesterday that was just really long and involved. And this has happened before where he experienced me in a certain way. And rather than say things or question things in the moment, he walked away, and then I get, a text like this explaining how he felt and everything I did and said. And that just feels harmful. It feels hurtful and it feels, disconnected. I would much rather someone be able to communicate really clearly what is happening for them, what is an integrity for them, what they're experiencing, rather than this is what you're doing and this is what you are and this is what it means, boom, and putting an exclamation point in the end of it, right? Like, I'm totally open to having conversations about my behavior, even if it doesn't feel good. And I think you should be too, without shooting you. I mean, the truth of the matter is that hearing things that are hurtful is really courageous, and being able to assimilate them into my own consciousness and to teach myself that just because someone thinks something doesn't make me wrong, that's invaluable. Invaluable. I mean, for me to be able to sit back and have my own experience and my own impression and then be able to communicate back and forth with you without like encouraging shutdown, without encouraging wrong, without encouraging or creating harm, that's just a beautiful thing. And that's not the experience that I had. So back to you, are you experiencing your own honesty? And I'll tell you what, relational management, relational events, interacting with other people, bouncing your stuff off of other people is really helpful for determining what honesty looks like, how your feelings come into play, how they thwart your honesty, how your feelings, in fact, you get really attached to them and then they disconnect you from relationship whilst you think you're being really honest. Well, I just feel like this and it's the truth because this is how I feel. Well, that's not always like the best route to go, but I'm here to help you examine these things, feelings, thoughts, logic, honesty, relationships, and send me an email or a message and let me know what you're thinking or feeling, or comment below about what you think about honesty or denial or lying and what it all means to you today and how you stay open-minded through communication and relationships. That's what my business is about. I'm helping people become more open, more communicative, more relational so that their lives can get better. Right? Better at work, better at home, better with the kids, better with the spouse, better with the team. I mean, we need some help in this area and I'm willing to provide it. So there you go for a Saturday. Let's talk about lying. Are you lying to yourself? Really? Do you know what the truth is? Think about it. Have a good day.